Welcome students for the 7th chapter Programmable Communication Interface and 8087 NDP. In this chapter we are going to cover the following points. 8087 numeric data processor, that is NDP, NDP data types and processor architecture of 8087. So let us start with the first introduction of 8087. 8087 is known as a numeric data processor. This processor is also known as math coprocessor, numeric processor extension or floating point unit, that is NPX and FPU. This was the first math coprocessor designed by the Intel to work with 8086 or 8088, these 16 or 8-bit processors. This adds new 68 instructions to the 8086 instruction set, and here whenever working with the 8086 always instructions are fetched by 8086. 8087 always works under the control of 8086, so this couplet, that 8086 and 8087, is also known as implementing instruction level master slave configuration. Let us see the features of 8087. So this supports data types of integer, float and real types ranging from 2 to 10 bytes. So max data type support is 80 bits. So it supports floating point arithmetic such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square root, exponential, logarithmic or trigonometric calculations also. This data type supports always or follows IEEE floating point standards for the representation, and whenever 8087 is connected to the 8086 works in the maximum mode. 8087 is available with the frequencies 5 MHz, 8 MHz or 10 MHz versions. .8087 uses shared system bus to perform data transfer within memory. So it always releases the pulse and returns system bus back to the microprocessor. So in detail we will study how this works into the pin configurations of 8086, 8087 and interfacing with the 8087. There are some more features also, just like it maintains a register stack. Adding a coprocessor to the system, it means that here this would allow CPU to focus on all its resources for the 8086, and 8087 will release a workload on the 8087. So this increases the overall speed and performance of the entire system, and every instruction of 8086 which is used for the 8087 will start with the F as a mnemonic. For example, if 8086 is having the instruction add or multiplication, so 8087 will provide this instruction with F add and F mul. It is the task of 8086 during the coprocessor working. It is the task of 8086 to identify the 8087 instructions from the program and send it to the 8087 for the execution and get back the results. So 8087 may transfer results to the CPU also, and this may transfer results to the memory also. So whenever writing is required during that period, 8087 steals the bus cycles and performs memory write operation. And in few of the cases, it may require to read the operand from the memory. In that case, this will again steal the system bus and will go for the memory read cycle, read the operand, perform the operation, and again if results are there to be written, again steal the bus cycles and perform the operation. In this way 8086 works with the 8087, and always it is under the control of 8086. let us see about the data types of 8087. Numbers in NDP are identified the following data types. First is signed integers of size 16, 32 and 64. Then 18 digit signed integer packed BCD numbers using 80 bits. And third main type is floating point numbers using 32, 64 and 80 bits. So let us see the integer type. Integer type, again 3 subtypes are there in the representation. The first subtype is word integer, which is of 16 bits. Out of 16 bit, 1 MSB, that is 1 digit is used for the representing a sign, that is a 0 for the positive and 1 for the negative, and remaining 15 bits are used to represent a integer number. So integer number can have the max value minus 32768, or it can have the positive value as max positive value as 32767. So this is the maximum value represented by the 15 bits. Next is a short integer, which is of 32 bit signed integer. So this again here also the same format, 1 bit for the sign and remaining 31 bits for the magnitude. So within that, here again the max number represented is 2 into 10 raised to 9, and minimum number represented is minus 2 multiplied by 10 raised to 9. Again the same convention, that 0 for the positive and 1 for the negative. And long integer, which will be having size 64 bit, again it represents a signed numbers from ranging from minus 9 multiplied by 10 raised to 18, or 9 max number to 9 multiplied by 10 raised to 18. So this is the structure which is used to represent these numbers. So only MSB, only single digit is used to represent the sign, and remaining complete bits or complete remaining magnitude will represent a magnitude. In case of word integer, 15 bit magnitude. In case of short integer, 31 bit magnitude. And in case of long integer, 63 digits will be 63 bits will be used for the representing a magnitude. Now the second main type, packed BCD type. In case of packed BCD type, 8 bits are used in order to represent a 2 BCD numbers. In case of unpacked BCD, complete 8 bits are used to represent a single BCD digit. But in case of packed, complete 2 digits will be covered, or BCD digits will be covered into a single byte. So each bit represents each bit of BCD type, or each digit of BCD type represents a 4 binary bits or 4 bits. So in this case, each byte covers 2 digits, and hence complete 9 bytes are used to represent this BCD numbers. 9 into 2, total 18 BCD digit it covers. So this here 0 to 72 bits are used to represent this packed BCD type, and out of remaining 8 bits of MSB, 1 bit is used for the sign, and remaining 7 bits are don't care. Floating point representation. So this is the highly used data type into the NDP, and having the maximum size or maximum use, and because of the same purpose NDP was designed. So the first type into the floating point is first 32 bit short real. So in this case, this gives a single precision, and here we are using the format, that is short number from 012 into 10 raised to minus 38 to 3.5 into 10 raised to 38. So we will see examples regarding this, how to represent these numbers into a separate video lecture. And here a biased exponent is used. So here numbers are represented standard IEEE format, and because of this there is only one part as a integral part is used, and remaining complete number is taken into the fractions, and the same is represented in this format. So this form is called as a normalized form, and here one to be assumed, that is whatever mantissa part is there, that is supposed to be assumed, and remaining only fractional part becomes the part of number representation, and here exponents are biased. So let us see regarding these details into separate lecture. Second representation is 64-bit long real, where 0 to 2.3 to 10 raised to minus 308, this to 1.7 to 10 raised to 308 numbers can be represented, and the very longest format is temporary real, that is 3.4 to 10 raised to minus 4932 to 1.12 multiplied by 10 raised to 4932. Up to this number, the maximum numbers can be used. So 64-bit long real and temporary reals comes under double precision cases. So this is how these are represented. So in short real, we are having 8-bit exponent and 23-bit significant or fractional part. Here exponent is biased, it means extended exponent is there. In long real, we are having significant as 52 bits and a binary exponential of biased exponential of 11 bits. And in case of temporary real, we are having significant up to 63 bits. Let us see the last part of this chapter, architecture of 8087. Architecture of 8087 is divided internally into two sections. First is control unit and numeric extension unit. So out of this, control unit is used as an interface between the outside world and 8087. So 8087 communicates with the outside world via control unit. So control unit is responsible for reading the instruction or receiving the instructions from the outside and giving it back to the or sending it for the execution. So control unit, it interfaces coprocessor to the microprocessor system bus. It also synchronizes the operation of coprocessor and the microprocessor. Control unit receives, decodes the instructions, and also reads and writes the memory operands and execute the 8087 control instructions. So here control instructions which are related to some controls, not for the execution of any numeric instructions. Control unit is responsible for establishing the communication between the CPU and memory, and also for coordinating the data bus to check for the 8087 instructions. 8087 control unit internally maintains a parallel queue identical to the status queue of the main CPU. In case consider 8086 is the main CPU, then control unit automatically monitors the BHE bar and S7 line to detect the CPU type and according to adjust the queue length. So here queue length, for example, consider we are having 8086. For the 8086 we are having the queue length at 6 byte, and if we consider 8088, in that we are having the queue length as only 4 bytes. So based on that basis, this will decide to the control or monitors the BHE bar. The unit has control word, status word and data buffer. The 8087 uses QS0 and QS1 pins to obtain and identify the instructions fetched by the host, or 8086 and 8086 identifies the coprocessor instructions using the escape code bits into these instructions. So here we have seen that FADD and FMUL. So these are the ways, it means how we can differentiate between the instructions of 8086 and 8087. And once the CPU or 8086 recognizes the escape code, it triggers the execution of numeric processor instructions in 8087. If not, it means normal instruction is there, simply like add or multiplication, then microprocessor 8086 executes by itself. Next, numeric execution unit. So this is responsible for executing all numeric extension. So whatever we have seen, that it executes arithmetic instructions, logical instructions into the properties, the same we are going to study in detail here. So talking about the numeric extension unit or NEU, it has an 8 register stack that holds operands for the instructions and result of instruction. So it contains a stack of 8 registers, and each register is of 80 bits wide, and numeric data is transferred inside the coprocessor in two parts, that 64-bit mantissa bus and 16-bit exponent bus. So this completely forms a 80 bits. Numeric extension unit executes all the numeric processor instructions. NEU executes all the instructions including arithmetic, logical, transcendal and data transfer instructions. The internal data bus is 84-bit wide including 68-bit fraction. So let us see the figure. So this is the figure. So here we can see the dotted line given here, which is separating my control unit and NEU. So this complete part forms my control unit and this remaining part forms my NEU. So here we can see control word, status word and data bus buffer is there, data buffer, and here address and bus tracking and exception pointers are there. Here operands queue where I am transferring operands to the instructions, and new instructions are read here into the microcore control unit. So here we can see the different modules here. Exponent module, programmable shifter, arithmetic module, temporary registers, and here are register stack. Register stack which is used for holding the operands and intermediate results, and tag word which is giving or relating to the top of the stack, which is giving the status of each register stack by using a 3-bit sequence. So here we can see the buses connecting these units. So 16-bit bus, 68-bit bus, 64-bit bus, 16-bit, etc. So this bus is used for the exponent and this bus is used for the fraction. So here the always operand is transferred into two fractions or two parts, that exponent 16 bits and fraction 64 bits. So let us see the details about this. The internal bus is a 64-bit wide including 68-bit fraction and 15-bit exponent and sign bit. When NEU begins the execution, it pulls the busy signal that right now NEU is busy. This busy signal is connected to the input of 8086. 8086 waits till busy pin of 8087 goes low. So pin is going low, it means that right now 8087 has performed the last operation and is waiting for the next operation. That 8086 waits till 808 executes instruction completely. The last operation should be completed for the receiving the next operation. The microcode control unit generates the control signals required for the execution of instructions. 8087 contains a programmable shifter which is responsible for shifting the operands during the execution of instructions like multiplication and division. So instructions like fmul and f division, these are used by the 8087. Next, a data bus interface connects internal bus of the 8087 with the CPU system bus. Let us see about the words in case of 8087 architecture. The first word is status word register. So as the name suggests, this gives the overall status of 8087, but there are multiple bits available in case of this status word. So total this is a 16-bit register or 16-bit word register. Status register tells the overall status of the 8087 coprocessor. It is accessed by using the FSTSW instruction. So here, in order to get the status, we can use this instruction. This instruction stores the contents of status register into the memory. So it means directly reading is not possible. So we can store this to the memory, and once the status is stored into memory, the bit positions of the status register can be examined. It means we can read this word bit by bit. So first BP, so that is a MSB, it indicates that the coprocessor is busy executing the task. Next, condition codes C0 to C3. These indicate the various conditions about the coprocessor. Next, 3 bits top of the stack. It indicates the register as the top of the stack register out of 8 stack. So it means 3 bits are sufficient to give the combination from 0 to 7. Next remaining are the exception flags. So it is set. So exception flag is set if any of the exception flag bits, just like SF, PR, UF, OF, ZD, DN and IO are set. And last bit, precision error, it indicates the result has exceeded the selected precision. Underflow error. Underflow error, it tells the result is too small to fit in a register. Overflow error, it tells the register is too large to fit in a register.